Hi, good night. Sorry that I'm having this in a bit late. I know that you don't have penalty for that, but I still like to hand them in on time. So I'm very happy that I got it working without any errors this time. I did it took extra time to have it all working fine. So let's see. So this is the main menu. It's main.cpp. So here I created a file name, which is the name of the file. Here I create the store that I call it my store. So I start a while where I check that the name is different than quit. I initialize it to something so that it passed the loop the first time. I will start printing the menu, and I have to check here again if the name is quit, because since I check it in the beginning but then I have to print the menu, it made some errors and things. So if the name is quit, I print goodbye and it finishes, and if not, I do all the commands. Okay, so here I printed the welcome, the menus, I take in the answer, and I check all the possible answers except the ones that are not in the menu. I didn't check for anything else because I didn't see a sample of what to do. Like, hey, you didn't choose the right answer. So if the answer was clear, I ask for the message ID and I call my store with message. If the answer was X, which is delete, I ask again for the message ID and I call the function delete message. If the answer was S, which was to send a message, I ask for the information, the receiver, the subject, the message, and I call the function. And if it was quit, we call it goodbye and it ends. The vocal here. Okay, it stops this vocal while answer is different than Q, and it asks again the name. It says welcome, and it asks for the name. No, sorry, it started again. Here it is. Here, we ask for the name again. Okay, so let's see the function. So let's start with the store. So first of all, we have a map, we have list. Let's see. Okay, this was given, it's nothing important. CPPP. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, message store. To create this, it's just reading message from file with the file name that was given. This function was given, so I'm not going to go into the detail. Display message. First of all, what I do is use the username as a key to find if there's an iterator with that user, with that key. I check if the iterator is the end. If that's the case, then there was no list created with that, no iterator. If it's not the end, what I do is I call item display property. The item would be a list, so I call it there. Then read message is kind of the same. I check if it exists, if it doesn't exist, and then if the message has the same get ID, I use item display message. Then delete message. Again, it's the same. I find the user, I check if it's the end, and I'm very sorry. This part I was getting a lot of errors and I ended up cheating. I look at your answer and it's nothing like what I was trying to do. I was trying to do something very similar to this, but when I tried to do this, I was getting some errors on the list.cpp, which is like, hey, it's not something that I was working on, it's something that I'm given. So I gave in and I cheated. So for this, I'm going to ask for less points because I look at the answer. Um, then send a message. It's pretty easy. I get all the information. Sorry. Okay, I get all the information from the parameters, and it's just creating an item that is a message and adding it to the list with the receiver. Okay, so save messages store. You just call the function that was given, which is write messages to file. And these are the ones that we were given. So we're going to message. Okay, so I have the constructor, which has all the information. This is the one that doesn't have the date. This is the one that I found online, how to ask for the date. I had to add this so as not to get the errors saying that this was an insecure function. I had to go a lot to find that. No, not a lot. I had to go to find the answer, and when I saw this, then I saw that on the sample that was also written there and added with a note. But I googled it. This time I googled it. This is the constructor to create with a specific date, which is easier. It's just filling in the information. Get a message ID, just return the ID. Display the contents of the message. It's a lot of code with the information, the ID, the author, with all the text that have to go before. And display the properties is just one big code with all the things in it. I saw that you put it in many lines, but I like it better like this because I feel like it shows better what is going to be printed. And this is to initialize the ID next because you have to know where to start, so you want always to start with 0 each time that you create one message item. So this was all. So I only had to copy the answer once. So I'm very happy I was able to overcome all the errors, and let me show you my program works as expected. So if I say Bob, I might have modified the file somewhere so it might not display everything as we want. Okay, display. Then we can read number 2. Cool. Then we can delete something like the second. And if you display again, you only see the third one. And if you want to send a message, you want to send it to Alice. Testing. Hi. We exit. Goodbye, Bob. Alice. Okay. Welcome, Alice. If you display the message, you have the testing, and let's read that one. Okay, subject testing. Oh, it might be missing a space. Is it the same here? Where is it? Yes, I'm missing a space here. Let me add it now. Okay, I'm going to add it later. I'm not going to bother you with that. And if I exit, and if I quit, goodbye. So it works perfectly. I'm going to fix this subject issue now. Thanks. Bye.